In the 1930s, syphilis was shrouded by uncertainty. And though people knew many of the effects of this disease, including confusion, poor concentration, depression, irritability, headaches, stiff necks, and seizures, few knew much more about it. This uncertainty eventually resulted in the theory that a person's race determines how syphilis will progress. Because of this theory, an experiment was launched in Tuskegee, Alabama, to see how the disease would progress with minimal treatment. To recruit people for this experiment, researchers would lie to possible recruits and promise them free treatment and care for the disease. Most that participated in this experiment died, around 500 people, and everyone involved had their rights seriously violated, and they were denied access to treatments that could have helped or even saved their lives. I know that these injustices occurred during the Tuskegee syphilis study because the PHS collaborated with local doctors and nurses to recruit roughly 400 Black men presumed to have non-contagious late-stage syphilis, as well as 200 non-syphilitic Black men for their control group. But their recruitment plan centered on a lie. While the researchers planned to observe how syphilis would progress with minimal treatment, participants were told they would receive free drugs and care for their condition. At first, researchers gave the men existing treatments, but these were soon replaced with placebos. Under the false pretense of providing a special remedy, researchers performed painful and invasive spinal taps to investigate the disease's neurological consequences. When patients died, the PHS would swoop in to study the body by funding funerals in exchange for autopsies. In their published studies, they listed the men as volunteers to obscure the circumstances under which they'd been recruited. This quote is from TED-Ed 2021. This evidence shows the injustices of this egregious study because it states that not only were the people involved in this study experimented on under false pretenses, but they were also deprived of adequate treatments and in studies referred to as volunteers.